We do want to bring in Fox Weather's hurricane specialist, Brian Norcross, to explain more about this disturbance out in the Gulf. Brian, now we see that 70% chance just coming in here.
Yeah, they've upped it to 70% chance of it developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm. Of course, that's only a 5-mile-per-hour difference. Right now, the Hurricane Center is estimating the system has top winds of 35 miles per hour. If when the hurricane hunters go out there this afternoon, then they're due to be in there about 3 o'clock Eastern time, and they find 35-mile-an-hour winds, and they find a circulation that's closed, then it will become a tropical depression. If they might find 40-mile-an-hour winds, then it will become tropical storm Arlene. Right now, it's just a disturbance, technically called Invest 91L. Yes, that's a crazy kind of internal National Weather Service name, but that's what they use for storms that are being investigated with computer models and other factors, and that's so we're stuck with that name. That's what it is. It's drifting. Well, this has actually been updated a little bit, but it's drifting generally in a northerly direction, which you might think, oh, toward the Florida Panhandle. But no, it's forecast to move to the south. So the good news about this is all of this is expected to happen in the Gulf. Now, look at the circulation here, and this is what the hurricane hunters are going to be looking for. If you look at the clouds moving here, we can see that there's clearly a circulation out here, this kind of broad circulation. Then it looks like there's one kind of up in here. But the question is, this one we can see very clearly is at the surface of the ocean, and that's what we need. This one, all we can see is higher up in the clouds. So when the hurricane hunters go out there and look, they're going to see if they can find west winds up in here or not at the surface, and that's what they need for the criteria. It has to be, it can't be this big, broad, sprawled out, stretched out circulation. It has to be an organized circulation in order for it to be designated a tropical depression, tropical storm, and we just can't tell that without having some other kind of readings, and the hurricane hunters are the most direct way to get them. Okay, let's look at the wider view. Here is the analysis from the computer model, and you see there's where the low pressure is right there, and so we'll just see exactly what's going on there here coming up in just a little bit. Now, when we look at this close up, we can see where the tallest thunderstorms are, and we see these kind of curved bands around here, and that's usually an indication that it might be trying to form. But then we have these clumps out in here that are kind of going all different directions. So it is a very disorganized system, and the environment out there is just slightly hostile. Maybe conducive enough for it just to develop, but maybe not. So that's why the Hurricane Center is saying, okay, it looks like it's conducive enough for it to reach maybe tropical storm strength, but not be terribly strong in this area as it drifts to the south. So drifting away from the Panhandle, maybe it develops, has this little window of time through tomorrow, and then conditions are forecast to get hostile, period, and probably dissipated at that time. Lots of kind of hostile stuff going on out there. One of them is, look at these upper level winds. They're strong across the Gulf of Mexico, although the system is up here in kind of a little pocket that is a little more conducive. Also, all these oranges that you see, that's all dry air. So there's a lot of dry air all around it. Just this moisture, you see where the purples are, that's the moisture just to the north. Here we have the strong winds, so it's in that little pocket, and the hurricane hunters are just about to head out and check this thing out, and we'll get the definitive work, guys.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.